Good morning, children. We are doing the chapter 6 Indices. We have seen some rules based on this. I suppose you are thorough with all that now. Okay. Now, I have some numbers written on the board. Can you see that? Can you read this number? Is it easy to read? Try reading this number. Is it easy? So we have some numbers like that. You can see this number. This is the diameter of the sun in meters. This is the speed of light. How do we say the speed of light? We say that 30 crore or 140 crore. Is it easy? And is it easy to read such kind of numbers? When you see the zeros, it is difficult to keep it right how many zeros are over. So in order to make our work easy, in order to read them properly, that we should not miss, we can write it in the standard form using one digit and rest writing to the power of 10. That is what we call it as a standard form. So how do we write it? Okay. What we have to do is we will write it in one digit integer form. That means one integer will be 4. Okay. We will bring a decimal over here after one digit and rest everything we will put it to the power of 10. Now how do we count it? We count from here how many places we are going to shift the decimal. Right now our decimal is over here, right? So we are going to shift the decimal towards the left side. So start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I want to bring the decimal after 4, after one integer. So I will be writing it as 4. Then I put a decimal. Okay. Put the next number over here, 8. Rest everything is 0. Okay. So I write it as into 10 raised to 14. How did I get that 14? Because I have shifted the decimal from here. Right now the decimal is over here. I have shifted the decimal from here to here 14 places. Count again, see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have put a decimal over here. 4 point. So I have written as one integer form. This is for the standard form. Okay. Now when you multiply, you get this answer back. Okay, that is the meaning of it. So now I can say it as 4.8 into 10 raised to 14. 4.8 into 10 raised to 14. Okay. Similarly, can you do for this number? Now, I want to write it in one integer form. Okay. So right now, where is my decimal? Decimal is over here. So I have to bring it toward the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I am bringing the decimal after this. I will have 1.4 into 10 raised to 9. Now, if I have to write, you are given this and you are asked to write the proper number, then how will you write it? This is 10 raised to 9. That means the decimal have to shift 9 places. Okay. So, we will be writing 1, only one digit is there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is how we get the number back. Okay. So, look over here now. Third one. Right now, where is the decimal? Over here. Now, I have shift to the left side. So, when I start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so how do I write it? 3. Now, do I have any numbers over here? I don't have a number. When I had a number, I put that number after decimal. Since I don't have it, I can directly write it as 10 raised to 8. I don't have any numbers over here. Okay. Now, this form of writing is known as a standard form. As you can see over here, we have taken everything in the form of an index. Okay. That is, we have taken the power of 10. I repeat, how do we do it? In case we are given such a big number, you start, right now our decimal is over here. So start counting. You have to write it in one integer form. So one integer means the decimal should come till here. Rest everything has to be written in the power of 10. So start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That means 10 raised to 14. 4.8. Similarly here, when you start counting 1.4, okay, multiplied by, then you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, till here you have brought the decimal, so you get 9 places. In this decimal have to shift from here to here, but you don't have any number over here. So you directly put 3 multiplied by 10 raised to 8. Now look at this number. Already the decimal is over here. How big is this number? You know that even if you write 0.1, it is smaller than 0. 0.1 is smaller than 0. So you can imagine 0.00000000 into 42. How small is that number? So small. We know that when we learn about atoms, cell, we cannot see their structures. They are so minute, they are so small. So if we have to say the size of it, it is very small. So like this they are. Now we cannot go on saying what is the diameter. We cannot say 0.0000000000. We cannot say like that. So how do we say it in a standard form? Now in this case, as you can see, our decimal is at the end of the number. This is the biggest number. Decimal is over here. So we have taken the decimal from here to the left side. Now as you can see, decimal is already over here. Now we have to write it in the form of one integer. So we have to shift this decimal from here to 4 points. So we have to bring it to this place, the decimal. So how do we bring it to that place, the decimal? You start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we have got 11. So how do I write it? 4.2 into 10 raised to 11. But now I have shifted from here to the right side. So it will be minus 11. It will be minus 11. Can you see the difference in both the cases? This index is a positive. Why? Because I have taken from right side to the left, the decimal. Here, the index is negative. Why? Because I have taken from right side to the left. When the index is negative here, it shows that the number is so small. The index is positive. You can see that number is very big. So now can you tell me about this? I have to shift the decimal from here to the right side. Here is the decimal. Okay, I have a digit that is 8. So it will be like 8 multiplied by 10 raised to. Since I am shifting the decimal from left to the right, it will be minus. Now you see how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it will be 10 raised to 9. I am giving you 2 for your homework. Please try it. Okay. This is for your homework. These 2 are for your homework. Please complete that. Suppose this is clear to you, please take care when will you put the index as positive and negative. If you are shifting from left to the right, then the index is positive. When you are shifting from right towards the right, then it is a negative index. Okay, so please take note of it. And what does this indicate? If the index is negative, it tells you that the number is that small. And if the index is positive, it tells you that the number is that big. As you can see here, it is 10 raised to 9. This is 10 raised to 14. So which is the biggest number? As the power of 10 increases, if the power of 10 increases, the biggest is the number. Okay. This is how we write it in the standard form. One integer, after one integer we put the decimal, rest everything we put the power of 10. Okay. Please complete your homework. Okay. Now we have already learned how do you read this number 6 square. Okay. When it is 2, index is 2, we call it as square. 6 square. What is the base over here? 6. Exponent is 2. What is the value of it? How do you find the value? You expand it. Write it in the multiplication form. 6 into 6 is equal to 36. Now, I have second one. Minus 6 square. Now, what is the meaning of minus 6 square? Minus 6 multiplied by minus 6 equal to. Now, the integer given to you is minus. Index is an even. Therefore, the answer will be positive or negative? It will be positive. Okay. Always also, even if you look here, minus into minus, in multiplication and division, if the signs are same, answer is positive. So, your answer is positive. 6 6 are 36. Can you say this? In both the cases, we have got the same answer. It was 6 square, we got 36. Minus 6 square also we got 36. Okay. Let us look at another example. Suppose I have 8 square. What is the meaning of 8 square? 8 into 8. How much it is? 64. What about minus 8 square? Minus 8 square means minus 8 into minus 8. That is equal to. Okay. Now, again, integer is negative. This is an even number. So, answer will be positive. 8 8s are 64. Again, you can see that if I multiply 8 square also is 64. Minus 8 square also is 64. In both the cases I have 64. Okay. Now, we are going to learn something known as finding the square root. We are finding the square root. Please remember the squares. Okay. So, even if it is negative square also become positive. Same answer. So, if I ask you, okay, I'll come back to it. We are going to see the square root of it. How do we find the square root of the given number? Square root. Okay. The symbol used for square root is this. This is a symbol for square root. Okay. If I put a number inside this, suppose I am writing 25. So how do I read it? Square root of 25. How do I read it? Square root of 25. Suppose I have 40. How do I read this? Square root of 49. Now, what is the answer of square root of 25 or square root of 49? How did you find here 6 square? What is the value of 6 square? 36, isn't it? Similarly, when we have square root of 25, we will have a particular value over there. How do we get that value? To get that value, first we have to write the given number into its prime factors. I suppose you know how to find the prime factors. Which are the prime factors of 25? 25 prime factors. How do we find it? 25 prime factors. 5, 5. So, okay, 5 5s are 25. So, which are the prime factors of 25? It is 5 into 5. Okay. So, the given number, first write it into the prime factors. Now, again this is in that square root sign. Then you separate them into pairs. This is one pair, 5 into 5. Okay. When you take it out from this symbol, okay, when you take it out from this symbol, only one digit comes out. That is, one number from each pair comes out of that square root sign. So the answer of it, I will be getting it as 5. The answer, I will get it as 5. Look at 49. What are the prime factors of 49? Prime factors of 49, you know it as 7 into 7. Okay. Now, this is one pair. Now to get rid of this symbol, square root symbol, to get rid of it, we have to take only one digit from the pair. So only one digit comes out, that is 7. That is, square root of 49 is 7. Square root of 25 is 5. Are you getting it? Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 49 is 7. Okay. Now suppose I have 64. Square root of 64. Again I will write the prime factors of 64. Okay. How do I get the prime factors of 64? This is the first 2, 32, 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2. Okay. So how many 2's you are getting over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the prime factors are 6. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay. I have written all the prime factors. So it is again in the square root sign. I have just written the given number into their prime factors. Now I have to pair them. I have to consider 2, 2. Okay. Now from each pair, 1, 1, I will take it out. So from this pair 1 comes out into, from this pair 1 more comes out, from this pair 1 more comes. So what will be my answer? 2 2s are 4 2s are 8. The square root of 64 is 8. Square root of 64 is 8. Now, can you find any connection from here? We are getting 8 squared is equal to 64. 8 squared is equal to 64. And square root of 64 is equal to 8. I repeat, 8 squared is equal to 64. Square root of 64 is equal to 8. If you look at it, you will get 7 squared. What is 7 squared? 49. Square root of 49 is 7. 5 squared is equal to 25. Square root of 25 is equal to 5. Are you getting any connection? Okay, let us do some more examples. You have in your practice set 30. Practice set 30. Find the square root. Okay, find the square root. Find the square root. We will take that question number 4. Okay. Now we are told find the square root. So first put it in the symbol form. Square root of 4096. Okay. Now first we have to find the prime factors of it. Let us see the prime factors of it. 2, 'I suppose you know how to do it. This is how we find the prime factors. Okay. Now how count the number of 2's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are there. Okay. So this is equal to, how many you have over there? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now from each pair, 1 we have to take it out. So first pair them and keep. How many pairs I am getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pair. Okay. So from the 6 pair, 1 will come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So that is equal to. Multiply and see what are you getting. 2 2s are 4 2s are. Again 2 multiplied by 2. How many? What will be the answer? 4096. I will come to that. I suppose this part is clear to you. In this case, what happened? Only 2's are the prime factors. So we return them. Take care, we are writing it in the square root sign only. From each pair we are taking out 1. Then we are taking out the square root sign. Here when I wrote, I have not written the square root sign because I have taken out only 1 from the pair. Okay, so I don't have a square root sign over here. Is that clear? Once you finish writing, suppose if it was 3, if it was 5, if it was 7, okay, whatever may be, from each pair you take out 1. If it was 3 into 3, 3's pair, take out 1 3. If 5 pairs, take out 1 5. Okay. Now you multiply and see what are you getting. 2 2's are 4. 4 2's are 8. 8 2's are 16. 16 into 2, 32 into 2, 64. So we will get square root of 4096 is 64. In other words, you will get it as 64 square is equal to 4096. There are a few more questions over there. 1, 2, 3 and 5. That is for your homework. I want you to solve it. And also, I want you to learn the squares by heart up to 30. Up to 30, the squares you will be learning by heart. How do you write it? See, 1 squared is equal to 1 into 1. How much it is? 1. 2 squared is equal to 2 into 2 is 4. 3 squared is equal to 3 into 3, 9. 4 square is equal to 4 into 4, that is 16. Like that you will find 30 square. 30 square is equal to 900. And I will want everyone to learn it by heart. This is how you learn table, like 7's table, 8's tables, like that you will be learning it by heart. Like 1 square is 1, 2 square is 2, 3 square is 9. Sorry. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81, 10 square is 100. Like that you will be learning till 30 square. So I want you to write it in the last page of your notebook, all the squares from 1 to 30 and learn it by heart. Because whenever we have to find the square root, it is very simple and it is useful even in the coming classes also. We have to learn it by heart. Things will become very easy and handy for you. So just learn the squares by heart. Okay. Also when you are learning the square, as I said, 5 square is 25 and if I take 10 square is 100. Okay, 5 square is 25, 10 square is 100. So I know that 6 square, 7 square, 8 square, 9 square all will be less than 100. Okay, so more or less I will have an idea where will the 6 square be, where will the 9 square be, in which places. So when you are learning it by heart, please keep that in mind. Okay, that number is coming between which numbers. That is also very, very important. So please learn the squares also by heart. With that, chapter 6 is over. Okay, we shall see next in the next class.